train of thought. It was just the middle of November on the island of New Florida, and the trains on the tracks were being really useful and friendly with passengers, freight, and gender products. Amtrak was doing a good job on its rails because the passengers were getting from city to city year-round. Kayla, the big brown engine, was making her way to New Haven, Connecticut. She was going to have her freight engine swapped out for a new steam locomotive. The train was really long, but Kayla carried on. The train was really long. After the freight was unloaded, Mr. Piester arrived. "Today, Kayla, I'm sending you to collect a freight train." "That's not a problem, sir," Kayla said, and she steamed out of the yard. A few minutes later, she buffered up to her freight cars and shunted them into place. And she even shunted a private car onto her train. Just then, Amtrak's Capital Limited came into view. It was on its way to Chicago, Illinois from United States capital Washington, D.C. "I enjoy pulling freight cars," Kayla said. "I'm really useful." Just then, Amtrak's Heartland Flyer came into view. It was on its way to Oklahoma City. "Choo-choo woman train coming through," Kayla said. And the flyers sped by. Over in business class, the passengers watched the freight train go by as it rolled down the tracks. "I don't know much about Amtrak," Kayla said. "It's a special railroad in the United States that goes long distances." Just then, another high-speed train came into view. It was on its way to Chicago, Illinois. Kayla blasted out her whistle and she steamed through the countryside. The freight cars were loaded with lots of stuff. Then, Mevi was coming in one direction, and Fatu was coming in the other. But little did they know that there was a tank truck on the line, which could only mean a crash is imminent. "There's a tank truck on the line!" called Kayla. "I should hit the brakes!" Her driver slammed on the brakes, but it was too late. Whoa! I don't like how this feels at all! This is hurting my head! Luckily, no one was hurt, but Kayla had hit the tank truck so hard, which made herself push it across, smashing into Mevi and Fatu, and the freight cars were derailed. "Sorry, you two," Kayla said. "It was a mistake." Luckily, the rear car stayed on the tracks. "There's nothing to worry about," Mevi said. "I'll be back on the line before you know it," Fatu said. "There's nothing to be sad about," Kayla said. Traffic was starting to build on either side. The troublesome trucks were smashed. "I'll be out of here in no time," sighed Kayla. A few days later, Kayla was repaired, but the truck was scrapped beyond repair, and she was feeling pleased with herself pulling a freight train while being really useful. Even though the truck is not able to be fixed, everyone can hope that there's no crash repeated in the future.